Baba yetu liye mbinguni yetu amina. Baba yetu liye jina lako litukuzwe.
Hello to all of you, habari zenu, heri ya Pasaka njema, happy Easter. I want to send you this message to you in these times of trouble, but certainly times of hope, times that we know that after the death, the resurrection is there. Precisely this message of hope. I've received a message from a monk here in Italy, reflecting precisely on how this situation is making us to be aware of so many things that we need to do differently afterwards. And I want to share with you this message in this moment that will follow after my introduction as my message to you on this moment, on this day, precisely in this context of hope that we need for now, looking ahead and see that things need to change, that we need another life, that we need another style of life for ourselves and for the world. And this is the message that is starting to come out. So the message saying we are not in a time of war. We are in a time of healing, in a time of cure. And that's what we are called to do with this joy of the resurrection. To all of you, a happy Easter. I greet you, each one of you. Heri ya Pasaka, kila heri, and tutaonana siku nyingine. Happy Easter and a blessed time of joy and resurrection to each one of us.
I am not appeased. This is not a war. We are not at war. Since the pandemic took on the terminology of war, that is right from the start, I have been trying to look for a different image that offers elements of hope and paths of meaning for the coming days. The use of this image of war has been highlighted and criticized by some commentators. But this metaphor has an immediate charm and character that attracts, and that's why it is so dangerous. I still do not agree. No, we are not at war. But then, if we are not at war, where are we? We are in the process of healing. We are in the therapy season. Not just the sick, but our planet. We are all not at war, but we are in a state of therapy. And despite the physical distance that is currently required from us, this cure covers all aspects of our existence, both in this time of uncertainty because of the pandemic and in the after that, thanks to the cure, which can already begin now. Now let us think together. Both the war and the cure, the therapy, both of them need certain qualities. They need strength, something that is different from violence. They need insight, courage, determination, even persistency and tenacity. However, on the other side, war and healing feed on very different sources. War needs enemies, borders, walls and trenches, weapons and ammunitions, spies, deceit and lies, wickedness and money. Healing or therapy, on the contrary, feed on something else and very contrasting. Closeness, solidarity, compassion, humility, dignity, delicacy, touch, listening, authenticity, patience, perseverance.
La tempesta che ci travolge, ci piega ma non ci spezza.
That is why we can all be fundamental creators of this concern for each other, of this concern for the planet and for ourselves with all the others. All of us, men and women of all religions, creeds, or no faith at all, each by his or her abilities, skills, inspirational principles, physical and mental strength, we all need this concern for each other. In this time of healing and therapy, we are learning that we are interdependent. What I do always have an implication on the other, on the planet. What the other chooses to do in the same way will affect my life and existence.
Torneremo a fidarci di Dio. Nel silenzio si respira un'aria nuova, ma mi fa paura.
The creators of this cure and therapy are general practitioners in hospitals, nurses and paramedic personnel, virologists and scientists. The creators of this care and cure are the government, public administrators, servants of the state, workers of the public treasury and the common good. The creators of this cure and therapy care are workers in essential services, psychologists, social workers, involved in voluntary organizations. The creators of the care of this therapy and cure are doctors and graduates, teachers and students, men and women of art and culture. The creators of the care of this therapy and healing are the priests, bishops and pastors, ministers of the various cults and churches, and all the catechists. Parents and children, friends of the heart and neighbors are also the creators of this therapy and healing care. But also the sick, the dying and the weakest are the creators of this therapy and healing care. Not only the objects and the beneficiaries. These, the weakest, are precious to teach us the ins and outs of this therapy and healing. The poor, the homeless, the immigrants and the marginalized, the prisoners, the victims of domestic violence and wars. They teach us today how this cure and therapy is to be done, because they are the consequence of the sick ways of life, something even pathologic that we have been having up to now. For this reason, the awareness of being attentive, and not only an attitude of being at war, is a fundamental condition also for the aftermath of this time of troubles, for the time of the after death. The future, the time of joy and Easter of the resurrection, will be marked by how much we will have been able and equipped to live these most difficult days. It will be determined by our capacity for prevention and care, starting with the care of the only planet we have to live on, where I and all the others live and exist. If we know and understand how to be the guardians of the Earth, Earth itself will take care of us and ensure that the conditions necessary for our lives are in place. Wars end, even if they resume as soon as the necessary resources are found, but therapy and healing will never end. If there are for now incurable diseases, there are and there will never be an incurable people, a people that has no cure. That's what I believe. And the resurrection of Jesus assures us that there is always life and another way, beyond suffering and death. Thus, we are not at war at all. We are in the process of therapy. We are in the process of healing and cure. Today, at Easter of a new life, let us start to care for each other, once and for all. In reality, not only in words. Let us now begin to look at life, at others and at the planet, the world around us on which we live, with the eyes and the heart of the risen one. For each and every one of you, a holy and happy Easter.